I am on my way to a birthday dinner, but I figured I would respond to this because this caught my attention and I just feel really passionate. If you watch any of my videos, let it be this one. I'm about to drop a bunch of fucking valuable information, and this is literally the bread and butter to making sales on social media and selling whatever it is, whether that's physical products, digital products, your services like coaching. This is gonna be the bread and butter. So here we go, let's get into it. My light died. Okay, we are good to go. So this person is asking, how do you build a connection if I'm only supposed to talk about my digital marketing business? Social media is so hard. It is really freaking hard. Let me break it down to you, what I've learned. I have tried and failed so many times, so let me tell you what has worked for me and what has worked for a lot of other creators that I personally know and chat with about this. Types of content that you want to focus on. There's content that is focusing on your target audience, and then there's content that is focused on your target buyer. Those are two very different things. Focusing on your target audience is more like top of funnel content. This is going to reach a larger audience. This is going to attract a lot more virality, quote unquote. These are the videos that you know are going to perform much better because they cast a wider net. They bring in a large amount of people who aren't necessarily ready to buy from you, but they like your content. They're interested in what it is you're talking about, whatever your page is about. So that is not the content that is going to convert to sales. I have had personally several videos get close to 1 million views and they've made me no money at all. But then I have other videos that are around 10,000 and even less sometimes, like sometimes 5,000, and I've made thousands of dollars from them. And so in all reality, if you get stuck with the numbers and you think, oh, this video flopped, oh, should I delete it? No, don't delete it. It actually didn't flop. Usually when you see the ones with the lower views, those are the ones that are targeting your target buyer, not the general masses. They're not gonna have a lot of views. They're gonna have significantly fewer views, but those are the ones that are usually like making my bank account happy. Not so much like my ego happy when it comes to social media views and likes and engagement and whatever, but my bank account is increasing. So that is something to note when it comes to like the certain type of content that you create. So target audience content, and then target buyer content, and this is the content that is like selling. You're selling your product and service, you're painting yourself as the authority, and you're highlighting your audience's deepest, pain points, what they want, what outcome do they want to have. You're honing in on that, and then picturing or positioning, that's the word, positioning your product as the answer to what their problem is and how it's going to help them get to the outcome that they really want so badly. So that, and those pieces of content, I can tell you from personal experience and from watching so many other creators doing my own research, this is not the content that goes viral, but this is the content that makes you money, okay? If you are looking to make money on social media using things like digital marketing, you're selling digital products or even affiliate marketing, and you need to get your offers out there, you need to, gain exposure, and this is something you need to keep in mind. So we have top of funnel content that reaches a broader audience. Think of it like a giant funnel. I'll do it here. But a funnel, broad audience up at the top. These are topics that, let's just say, let's use growing on TikTok, for example. Lots of people want to grow on TikTok. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're interested in exactly what I'm selling, right? Because growing on TikTok can apply to so many other businesses. Every business that wants to have a social media presence wants to be able to grow on TikTok, right? However, if I narrow down my content and I'm talking more specifically to my target buyer, not my target audience, if my audience is everyone who wants to grow on TikTok, if I'm talking to my target buyer, I'm getting very specific on what they want, what outcome do they want, and how can I get them to that outcome with my product or service. So those are two very, very, very different types of content. Those are, if you can get good at those, here, let's go into this. I'm sure people have told you to talk about your offer all the time. Yes, I want you to talk about your offer until you feel blue in the face. Like you get tired of hearing your offer. I guarantee other people don't. Other people, your viewers, your audience are scrolling for hours, right? They see millions, maybe not that many, but lots of pieces of content every single day. So they need to know what you're selling, what you're offering, and how it can help them achieve the outcome that they really, really, truly want down to their freaking soul, right? You're gonna be that person. So here's something that I have noticed. The best content creators are usually people who have been in sales, obviously that makes sense, but also like journalists and public speakers, people who are good at telling stories. So I have a special tip for you. This comes from my medical background. If you don't know this about me, I used to work in the emergency room, so I have a long-standing history in medicine. The human brain cannot differentiate between the emotions that are evoked in them from somebody else's story or from their own story. So, in other words, that might have been confusing, but the emotion, okay, so if you are telling me a story and it's a super sad story and I start to get sad, in my brain, I think that that's happening to me because my brain cannot differentiate like, oh, that's not happening to me, so it's okay, don't feel sad. No, I'm gonna feel sad because my brain is telling myself it's happening to me. And so the best content creators are able to evoke that kind of emotion from their audience, and that leads to so much money. Like, I'm sure you've heard by now, if you follow me, you know I harp on this. People buy from emotion. They're not gonna buy when you list out what your product sells, the chapters, the modules, what it has inside of it. They're not gonna buy from you telling them that. They're gonna buy from the emotion that they want to feel that you are telling them they will achieve from your product or service. That's the key. That is, oh my, if you can do that, by golly, you're a wizard. You are a wizard. And you can do this. It just takes a lot of practice, and you're not gonna be good at it from the get-go. I was really bad at it. Oh my gosh, I should actually, I'm gonna, excuse me, I got really excited. I'm gonna find one of my older videos and just like show you guys the transformation, because the only way you're gonna get good at this is by doing it over and over and over again. It's okay if your first few videos flop. That is normal. That's gonna happen. That's expected. So just anticipate that. That is normal. We all go through that. And if you don't, then you are, again, a wizard. So I'd like to connect with you. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. You do want to tell a story, but you need to be able to tie that into an emotion and then position your offer as the solution to the outcome that your audience wants to achieve. Your target buyer, not your target audience, your target buyer. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I will do my best to respond to you either with DMs or posting a video. So don't forget to follow along for more tips for marketing your products online, making money with social media, and digital marketing.